Hey, welcome to Two Doctors Homestead. My name's Daniel, and this is another episode of Prepper Pantry Pick of the Week. And this week's Prepper Pantry Pick is cranberry sauce. We got the whole berry cranberry sauce and the jellied cranberry sauce. To be honest, I actually prefer the jelly cranberry sauce over the whole berries. I know there's a lot of different things you can do with cranberries, whether you make them fresh or you go with the can. Tons of recipes, tons of family traditions, but to be honest, I like the gooey tube of cranberry jelly. That is my personal favorite. But that's not what the video's about. I want to get into the nutritional information and what you get in the can and whether it might be a good choice for your long-term food storage pantry beyond just a holiday tradition, right? So this is $1.98 per can right now. This is the time of year that you're going to see sales, right? So you might be able to get it for much cheaper than that especially after Thanksgiving. Generally, this is a Thanksgiving type of product, so you might be able to get it a lot less, but I paid $1.98 per can. So in the can, you got 6 servings per container, 110 calories per serving, so that's 660 calories in the can. And if you look at that, if we said, hey, we're only going to live on cranberry sauce, once again this is talking about your long-term food storage pantry, your apocalypse pantry, your prepper pantry, right? So you have only a case of cranberry sauce. What would you need to survive? So we look at 2 numbers, 1,500 calories and 2,000 calories. 1,500 calories is considered by Harvard Health to be that average number to stay above the starvation level. And if you're hiding out in your bunker waiting for the zombie apocalypse to live, that might be enough to live on. You'll probably lose a ton of weight. 2,000 calories is considered the average daily value, the FDA average daily value. And when you look at the can, you look at the nutritional information. Whenever they're talking about percentages, it's based on an average 2,000 calorie diet. That's only an average, right? So at a 1,500 calorie diet, you'd have to eat 2.3 cans to get to 1,500 calories, which at $1.98 a can, that would cost you $4.55 for a day of living on cranberry sauce. If you did 2,000 calories, that's 3 cans, and that's $5.94. So it's hardly the cheapest option, right? They're a lot less expensive options than living entirely on cranberry sauce, but it is an option, right? So what do you get? If you ate 3 cans, we're going to go the 2,000 calorie diet. That's 18 servings, 6 servings per can, 3 cans. Gets you to 2,000 calories. You would be eating 180 milligrams of sodium, which is light. For canned goods, you'd expect a lot of sodium. That's not a ton of sodium. They make it up by the next ingredient, which is sugar, right? Sugar is also a preservative, as is salt. So 3 cans would get you 504 grams of carbs, which is a ton of carbs. So there's 2 different numbers here, and this kind of confuses me, throws me off a little bit, right? Beyond the obvious, so whole berry cranberry sauce has 23 grams of sugar per serving. 22 of those are added sugars. Jellied cranberry sauce has 28 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 25 grams of sugar. 24 of those are added sugars. So the jellied has 2 grams more sugar per serving than the whole berry, which makes sense because it's a jelly. The part that confuses me, and I'm not going to go too deep into this, is they're both 14-ounce cans. They're both 397 grams of product. They're both 6 servings per container, quarter cup per serving, 70 grams per serving, 110 calories per serving, 28 grams of carbs per serving. So everything's identical, yet somehow this has more sugar, and I don't understand how, if it has more sugar, that doesn't change any of the other nutritional information, serving size, weight of the can. So that does confuse me a little bit. That's aside the point. I'm just wondering if there's some kind of mistake on the label. How do you add sugar without changing anything else? But that's an aside, right? So if you ate 3 cans to get your 2,000 calories, you would either get 414 grams of sugar or 450 grams of sugar if you went for the jellified, which, as I said, is my favorite. You don't have any other nutritional value on here on the can. No vitamins, no protein, nothing else. Just a little bit of salt and a lot of sugar, right? 0 protein. So it says a 1-year shelf life on the can is the best by date. Given that it's 30% sugar, I suspect if you had to keep it longer than that, it would probably last longer than that. That's sugar's a natural preservative, and this has got a ton of sugar in it. So there are other health benefits, right? The number 1 ingredient is cranberries, and cranberries are considered a superfood, right? They are high in antioxidants. And there has been research done on cranberries that say they lower the risk of UTI, which is urinary tract infection, prevent certain types of cancer, improved immune function, and decreased blood pressure. So cranberries themselves are healthy for you. The number 1 ingredient is cranberries. The number 2 ingredient is high fructose corn syrup. And the number 3 is corn syrup. So there's a lot of sugar and cranberry in there. And it does seem, if you look at the percentages, it's more cranberry than sugar. So maybe they are healthy for you. Maybe it is still a superfood, even if it's a tube of cranberry jelly, right? So it's certainly an option, for your long-term food storage pantry. You've got that 1-year shelf life. You've got a ton of sugar, so very naturally preserved. After that, it's preference, right? Do you like the taste? Are you gonna, if you got 10 cans, do you really think you're gonna eat 10 cans throughout the year? Whenever you're building a long-term food storage pantry, you always want to buy what you eat. You're probably gonna find it on sale, right? In terms of cost, when you're talking, let's say $5.94 a day, it's almost $6 a day just to live on cranberry. So at that price, there's a lot of more affordable options, unless you just like jellied cranberry sauce or even the whole cranberries. I like the jellied. Not enough to want to live on it, and certainly not at $5 a day, right? There are better options. As this is seasonal and this is a holiday, certainly jump in and get yourself a couple jars. As I said, the medicinal, the health properties might actually make worth having around and eating occasionally. I know they make little cranberry like gummy chews because it is supposed to be good for you, right? It is a superfood, and I've tried the cranberry chews. Might be better just to get the cranberry sauce and add it into your diet. That's up to you. Each can does have a recipe on the back. You've got whole berry cranberry sauce right here, a recipe that's chocolate cranberry fudge cake, and this one's got a recipe cranberry maple barbecue sauce. So I'd be going for that cranberry maple barbecue sauce. So I hope that helps out. Once again, as always, thank you for watching, and we appreciate you.